Well, good Thursday morning, everyone. And it's a beautiful day, isn't it? Hey, I want to right off the bat invite any men watching, especially if you haven't eaten breakfast yet, don't eat breakfast. Come to our breakfast, 9 a.m., 19 restaurant meeting rooms over at the golf course. And we'd love to enjoy fellowship with you this morning. Eggs Benedict breakfast or just scrambled eggs, bacon, sausage, potatoes. Good. I hope you'll come on out. Tom Atkins is our speaker this morning on a very interesting topic. And so I hope that you'll come out. Love to see you there. Now, didn't you enjoy the last few days, 3 days with Aaron Riddle, our newest experienced pastor at Saddleback Laguna Woods? And she's starting and doing a great job with just making it a warm place. Always has been, but she's making some improvements and mostly just being such a friendly person herself. So I hope you enjoyed getting to know her better her and her family the last 3 days. And I thought it would be a good idea that for the last remaining 2 days of this week, they continue kind of the theme of getting to know the Laguna Woods staff. And about a year ago, I interviewed Pastor Jim on this show. And you might have missed that. Even if you saw it, you might not remember all the details. I know I didn't. So I decided I would play two of those shows. And so that then on Sunday, you will remember, Pastor Jim and the great background that he has, the great family that he has. And I think it's going to be kind of a round topping it all off because we want anybody who comes to Saddleback Laguna Woods to just feel at home, like it's family. Because honestly, biblically, it is. It is our church family with Jesus as the head of our church through the Saddleback elders and Andy and Stacy as our preaching, but under the eldership of Saddleback elders, and then our campus. It's like brothers and sisters in Christ worshiping God together. Hey, so watch this. Enjoy getting to know Jim a little bit better, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
I'm a native Californian, so and here in Southern California, I was born or lived in Downey. I was born in La Mirada Hospital, and so very local. You know, my family lived in Downey for 37 years, so at the same home, and so that was where so much of my upbringing. I mean, I was there through college, so living in Downey.
Is that right?
Yeah.
So you went to Downey High School?
I didn't actually. I went to Paramount Brethren, which was in Paramount, California. It was a Christian school, so I ended up going there. I would have gone to Downey if I had many friends and stuff that went to Downey High.
And so what about you say you stay there through college?
Yeah, my family lived there a ton of years, so they had bought previously before I was born a number of years in the 50s, and then as I came along, I was the late one. I was the oops baby in the family, and we still lived there till oh gosh, 1983 we were in Downey. So
But where did you go to college?
I went to Biola University. Speaking of not, you get the stone's throw away from where I was born in La Mirada, but Biola University is right there in La Mirada. So I went there and loved it. Graduated.
I'm just curious, Jim. Did you stay on campus or go from home?
I did both. My first 2 years I stayed at home actually, and then my last two, it kind of flipped it how most people do it. I went on campus, lived in the dorms on campus.
Well, I had both my daughter and son-in-law graduate from Biola, and I went to Talbot, which is Biola's grad school.
Right?
And so that's near and dear to my heart when you say that,
Yeah, yeah.
because I know that God built into your heart a lot of Bible.
Oh yeah. You had a Bible minor when you graduated from Biola. So
I mean, for our friends that are just watching, and I know that they may have heard of Biola, do you recall what those letters stand for?
oh gosh. Uh
You
I,
didn't know I was going to quiz you.
I can't think of it right now, but
Okay, I'm going to tell Bible Institute of Los Angeles.
oh there you go. Yeah, they were
Yeah,
in down,
and so
downtown
the
LA.
word Bible
Yeah.
is even built into your education.
Hmm.
I'm thrilled for you, really. That and
Yeah.
folks, I'm just saying that's that background. You can have confidence when Jim is
Hmm.
talking and teaching you. If you are a member at Saddleback Laguna Woods, there'll be occasions where Jim is our teacher. In fact, we had you and I shared the preaching the other day.
Yeah, we did.
But you can have confidence that Jim's background is biblically solid.
Hmm.
And so I appreciate that, Jim.
Yeah, it was such a gift. I grew up in a church that was very heavy on Bible teaching every weekend, and some would say more traditional style. But that background tied in with like I said, I went to high school at a Christian school. My brother-in-law, who was much older than I was, he was the Bible teacher at the school, and so we
Oh,
had I had Bible classes through junior high and high
yeah.
school, and then also into college. And just like you, I took some courses. Um, gosh, I just drew a blank.
Talbot?
At Talbot, yeah. And I was an art major in college, so but I loved extra learning. So every time I would do an elective, I'd take a class at Talbot, and I'd be the youngest guy in the room because most of them were graduate students, you know. So, and I had a roommate that was going to Talbot at the time, so he was always telling me which professor was
When
the
you were
best.
growing up, or even throughout, did you have hobbies or was there a sport that you liked the best or anything like that?
Well, we're definitely a football family now, and I played football in high school some. I played
Oh,
baseball. Was also a musician, so I was in the band, and so I kind of went between the two. Hobbies, I mean, I've since junior high, I've been a skier, so I love skiing
is that right? Snow
and
skiing, snow skiing.
snow skiing, yeah. And then my dad was a fisherman, so and I've continued that to this day, being a fisherman. Um,
Well, I
and
love
my
hearing
son
that.
is so.
I love hearing that because I'm going to be able to connect you with the fishermen in our
Oh,
congregation, and they are really into it.
oh yeah,
Uh, and then, of course, I know you already. I think you do go snow skiing occasionally with Pastor Dick and Pastor Tom.
yeah. I've been up with them several times, and up in Mammoth, and really enjoyed our time up there. I love that the whole Eastern Sierras is one of my favorite. I love to fish up there too. So the
Oh,
other part of the year, I'll be up there fishing, and then go up for skiing. So.
oh man, that is exciting for you and and for them too. It's so well now you guys watching, you have a little bit you could always if you connect with Jim on any of these points when you see him on Sunday, bring it up and he'd
Yeah,
love to
yeah.
to connect with you. We're about out of time already for today. So
Yeah.
bye for now, Jim.
Yeah, see you tomorrow.
Okay.